Hello, hello. Welcome back for another Home Sweet Pilates Reformer video. I am super excited about today's workout. It's a little more contemporary and I think that you're really gonna like it. If you want, totally optional, but if you want, you can grab a set of light handheld weights. These are 2 pounds. I would do no heavier than 3. You're only gonna need them for this very beginning series. So go ahead and grab that if you want to. Otherwise, let's get started. You're gonna start on 3 springs here. We're gonna do some footwork. So if you are on a balanced body, let's do a red, red, blue. Otherwise, do whatever 3 springs you feel most comfortable with for your footwork. So we're going to lie ourselves down, get ourselves situated. Get your entire spine on that carriage. Your feet are hip distance apart with your heels on the bar. We're going to begin with those arms if you're using the weights. If you're not using the weights, just have your hands down by your side. If you are using the weights, let's start with 1 in each hand and have them straight up towards the ceiling. If you want to have your head rest up a little bit here, you can. Otherwise, you can leave it down, whatever you feel most comfortable with. Let's start with a nice inhale here. On our exhale, we're going to press through those heels to push the carriage out as we lower those arms down by our hips, keeping the arms straight. Inhale as you bring the carriage in and raise the arms back towards the ceiling. We'll do it again. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. So we're using that breath here. We're active through our entire body. Try not to be pushing super hard into those shoulder blocks. I know I am a little bit, so I'm pushing myself down slightly. Do 3 more here. Last one. Great job. Bring it in. Let's put those toes on. It's like we're in a high stiletto heel. Keep those arms up where they are. As we press out, we're going to bend only at the elbows here. So we're doing a little kind of skull crusher and then straighten as you bring the carriage back in. So we straighten the legs out as we bend the arms, and then we straighten the arms as we bend the legs. So we'll go a little quicker now. I'm using the same breath here. You can do whatever feels best for you. I like to exhale on the exertion most of the time. Not every time, but most of the time. There are some instances where inhaling might be a little better on the exertion, but typically I like to exhale. You'll notice that I'm literally bending at the elbows. I'm not moving my shoulders at all, right? My shoulders are locked into place. Your thighs should definitely be waking up by now. 2 more here. On this last one, hold it here. Now, straighten those arms back up towards the ceiling. We're going to flex our left heel under the bar as we bend that right elbow. Straighten both. Flex the right heel under the bar, bend the left knee, bend the left arm. Okay, so you're bending the same knee and same elbow at the same time. I know I just said same a lot. Get a little running in place here. 1 more each side. Straighten everything and bend to bring it back in. If you need to readjust yourself a little bit, that's fine. I know I need to. I was pushing up into the shoulder blocks a little too hard. Okay, now place those feet onto the bar. Your heels are glued together. You're in a narrow V. So I don't want you super wide, right? I want you like a fist distance between your toes, okay? Keep those heels glued together. Same thing, we're starting with those arms up towards the ceiling. However, this time we are having our fingertips face one another and our elbows are turned out. So like we're holding a beach ball here, okay? As we press out, we open those arms up and then we close as we bring the carriage in. So we open and close, open and close. So this is one of those instances, I'm inhaling as I go out this time and exhaling as I bring it in, because my arms are opening, right? I'm getting that extension in those arms. So I'm inhaling there. You can do whatever you want with your breath, but I'm just trying to talk through what I'm doing and the reasoning behind it. Make sure you're keeping those shoulders out of your ears. You're zipping up in those legs. Let's do 3 more. And 2. Last one. Bring it on in. Beautifully done. We have 1 more to do here. We're going to put those legs wide on the bar with your heels on that widest point, okay? Your arms are resting on the carriage, palms facing up. As we press out, you're going to bicep curl and then straighten your arms out as you bend to bring the carriage in, okay? So we bend the arms as we straighten the legs, and we straighten the arms as we bend the legs. Keeping your shoulders relaxed, once again. On this one, I'm exhaling again on the, as I bring the carriage out. Try to keep your ribs down as much as you can. Try not to let them flail out. You're doing an awesome job. 2 more. Last one. I kind of like having the arm work, doing footwork, because it takes away, right? It distracts your mind a little bit. Okay, we can put those weights down by our side. Let's sit ourselves up to change our springs to 2 springs here. If you are on a balanced body, do a red and a red. Otherwise, just do 2 medium springs. And then we will roll ourselves back down. We're going to go into bridging. So if you have your headrest up, put it down at this time. You do not want to have a lifted headrest when you're doing bridging. Okay? So let's begin. We're going to do some legs together here. So glue your toes, heels, knees, thighs, everything together. Place your hands down by your side. Take a nice inhale on your exhale. Pretend you have a marble on that pubic bone. Roll that marble into your belly button. Push down through those feet to lift your hips towards the ceiling. Roll yourself back down. And do it again. Inhale, exhale, roll yourself up. Keep everything glued together in that lower body. Do not let them separate. Also, keep those shoulders out of your ears. Lower it back down. You might not be able to lift your hips as high because everything's glued together. That's okay. I'd rather you keep focus on having that lower body connected, okay? Let's do 1 more. Lift it all the way up. Now, keeping your left foot on that bar, lift your right leg into tabletop. Press through that left foot to extend the carriage out while you straighten your right leg towards the ceiling. Now bend both knees to bring it in. Do it again. Extend it out and bring it in. Extend it out and bring it in. Keep those hips square towards the ceiling. Don't let them get lopsided. If this is feeling really intense in your hamstring, go a little closer to your toe as opposed to closer to your heel. That will take some of that intensity off of that hamstring. Okay? We have 2 more. Whew. Doesn't mean it's not hard. All right, now we're gonna switch legs. So get yourself situated. Your right foot is on the bar now. Your left leg is in tabletop. Extend both legs and bring it back in. Remember to keep those hips square to the ceiling. I like to exhale on the extension here. We have one more. You can do it. Bring it in. Lower that leg, but keep your hips lifted. We're just gonna march in place here. So bring one leg into tabletop and the next without dropping those hips and without letting them rock side to side. Keep those hips square to the ceiling. Try not to let the carriage move. So you're really pushing down through those feet. You're pushing into your forearms, but you're keeping your shoulders out of your ears. One more on each side. And roll it down. Woo. Bring those knees into your chest. Rock side to side here. Loosen up that lower back a little bit. We're gonna move into the 100. So go ahead and grab your straps behind you. Long loops is fine. Staying on the springs that you're on. Bring those legs into tabletop. Hands are straight up towards the ceiling. Take a nice inhale on your exhale. Lift your head, neck, and shoulders up. Hold here for a second. You're lifting through your core, right? Your neck is not lifting you. Start pumping those arms like you're bouncing little balls. Inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Don't be afraid to exhale through your mouth. So many people only inhale and exhale through their nose. When you exhale deeply through your mouth, you're getting even deeper into that core. So don't be afraid to do it, right? You are more than likely doing this by yourself. No one's gonna judge you. We're gonna keep our legs bent here. Okay, just because we're gonna be doing some more core work in a second, so I don't wanna totally fatigue you out. Last set. And lower your head down. You can rest your feet on the bar for just a second. We're gonna go into coordination here. If you're familiar with classical Pilates, you'll be familiar with coordination. We're just getting our whole body warm here, okay? I know you're like, wait, this is just the warm up? Okay, so arms are up towards the ceiling, legs are in tabletop. Keeping your head down, bring those arms down by your hips and bend at the elbows 90 degrees. This is our starting position. Take an inhale on your exhale. Extend your arms and your legs out towards the wall in front of you. Lift your head, neck, and shoulders like so. Now bend to bring everything back in while resting your head. Do it again. Exhale, extend out, lift the head, neck, and shoulders. Bring it back in. On this next one, when you extend out, you're gonna open your legs to scissor them wide and then bring them back together, okay? Exhale, open, close, bring it back in. One more. Open, close, bring it back in. On this next one, you're gonna open your arms the same time you open your legs. Open, starfish, close, and down. One more, okay? You can do one more. I believe in you. And lower it down. Whew. Okay, hang up those straps, sit yourself up, and switch over to 1/2 spring. So if you're on a balanced body, that can be a blue spring. Let's have you start on a blue. If you decide you want to go to a red, that's fine. But start on 1/2 spring for now, okay? If you're on a different type of reformer, just do 1 spring, all right? So we are going to turn ourselves towards the back of the reformer, place our feet on the headrest here. We're gonna grab those straps. You can start with the long loops. I'm gonna scooch my booty back slightly to add a little bit more tension here. So your palms are facing down and those straps are straight out in front of you. If you want to grab the short loops here, that's totally fine if you have those. If you're feeling a little too much slack and you don't have a short loop, you can just grab the ends of the straps here, okay? So we're going to start, our arms straight out in front of us, our back is nice and flat. We're pulling those straps straight overhead and bringing it back down. Pull straight overhead and bring it back down. I'm gonna grab my short loops here because I want a little more tension. Also, keep those knees together. Don't let them flail out, okay? Keep them together. On this one, inhale as you lift overhead, exhale as you lower. One more. We're really getting into that back right now. Now, on this one, we're gonna add on. So we're going to go up, out, and forward, keeping our back straight the entire time. Up, out, and forward. This time, when you lift up, your eyes follow. Up, now your eyes come back to center as everything comes back in. Follow your hands with your eyes as you lift up, and then bring them back to center as your arms go out. One more, and then we're going to reverse our circle. Whew. All right, ready? We're going to go out, up, down. Keep your shoulders down this entire time, okay? Don't let them creep up into your ears. You got it. This is our last one. And down. And now moving into a rear fly. So your palms are facing one another. You're going to pull out wide and forward. And wide and forward. I am inhaling as I open, exhaling as I close. Remember to keep that back flat. You're sitting tall. Two more. Last one. And bring it on in. Beautifully done. Take a quick second. I know it's pretty intense. Whew. Okay, if you are not grabbing your short loops already, grab them now. If you don't have short loops, just grab this part on your straps, okay? So I want you to choke up on those straps a little bit. Move your booty forward slightly here, so you're in like the center of your carriage. Your palms are facing in towards one another. Roll yourself down slightly. This should feel really good after all that extension work. Roll yourself down. Bring those legs into tabletop. Now open through your chest so we're not totally rounded, right? We're open through our chest to balance. We're gonna row and extend. I'm gonna grab up on my straps a little bit. Let's row and straighten. This is really hard because it's a light spring, so your core is really having to work. If this is too intense, put one leg down. Do one leg at a time, okay? Do whatever you feel is best for you right now. Whew. Two more. Last one. Give yourself a quick break. Sit up for a second. We're gonna go straight into some bicep curls. All right, you can do it. I'm gonna grab those loops again. Let's go back into that tabletop. Arms are out in front. Bicep curl in and extend. Whatever, if you have one leg down, whatever leg you did last time, do the opposite leg for this one, okay? Oh my goodness. Three more. We can do it. 3, 2, last one, last one, last one, last one. 1, and bring yourself forward. Holy cow. All right. All right, let's hang up those straps and go ahead and grab your box and put it on short box. So let's grab it here. Put it up against the shoulder blocks. So short box is the long end up against the block. So you're gonna keep your bar where it is, but change your spring to one heavier medium spring. So if you're on a balanced body, do one red spring, okay? If you want a little bit heavier On a balanced body, you can do a red and a yellow, that's fine. I don't mind that because we're gonna do our lower body here. So if you wanna do a red and a yellow or even a red and a blue, that's totally your prerogative. See how it feels, okay? I'm gonna be on one red spring, but do what feels best for you. All right, we're going on our forearms here and we're placing our heel of our right foot on the bar. Our left leg is just bent and resting, okay? We're going to extend and press it out and bring it back in. Extend, press it out, and bring it back in. Make sure that your hips stay nice and square to the ground. Same with your upper body. You're pushing down through those forearms, right? You're not clasping your hands. Your hands are separated, okay? You're not resting that right knee, the one that's on the bar. You're not resting that on the carriage at any point, okay? It stays lifted the whole time. On this next one, add an opposite arm reach. So we're pushing with our right leg, so we're gonna extend with our left arm. Bend both as you bring it in. Extend it out, bend to bring it in. This is getting a little bit more core action here to keep you stable. 2 more. Last one. Awesome job. Now, take that left arm, or whatever arm is the opposite of the leg that's on the carriage, on the bar. If you're doing the same as me, you'll have your left arm rotated so that it's parallel to the front of your box here. You're gonna rotate, so now you are facing the side wall, and your right foot that was just on the bar is on the bar once again, but your entire foot is on the top of that bar, okay? You are going to take your right arm, bring it up. So I'm pressing down through this forearm that's on the box. I'm lifting from my upper body, right? Nice open chest. My leg is not fully externally rotated. It's at a slight angle here. And I press out and bring it in. Press out and bring it in. So you're gonna want that right leg to be a little bit forward, right? My toes are at the very end of my bar here. Otherwise, it's gonna feel really wonky on your hips. You'll feel that bottom leg almost immediately. Mine's wanting to cramp a little bit. 2 more. Last one. And bring it in. Nicely done. We're gonna switch legs here. So we're rotating forward once again. Left leg is on the bar now. Right leg is resting. Your heel is on the bar on that left leg. We press out and we bring it in. And we press out and in. I'm sure if you have a red and a blue, if you have 2 springs on right now, you're probably regretting it. But that's okay. We learn through doing, right? Don't let your head hang. I felt mine starting to hang. Try to keep it in line with the rest of your spine. We're nice and active, pushing through that chest, right? Pushing through those forearms. Add that opposite arm. So now extend that right arm out, bend both in. Right arm, left leg, in. Right arm, left leg, in. 2 more. Last one. Bring it in. Now let's rotate so our right arm is on that box. Okay, left leg is on the bar. Whew. Left arm is up towards the ceiling. We can do this. Ready? Let's go. Press it out and in, and out and in. Try to keep your head in line with your spine. Don't let it hang, right? I'm pushing down through that right arm. 2 more. Last one. Bring it in. Whew. All right. Now switch yourself to 1 medium spring. So if you're on a red, go to a blue. If you're on a balanced body, if you're on a different reformer, just go to 1 lighter spring than what you were just on, okay? Now, here we are going to rest our chest on the box here. Pull yourself forward on the rails to grab the risers at the front of your reformer. Now, situate yourself a little bit so that your chest is hanging off of the box, but your legs are extended behind you. Make a diamond shape with your legs so your toes are touching, right? If you can get your heels to touch too as well, that's great. So they're active here, okay? I'm nice and upright in my chest. I'm not hunched over. We're gonna do some rows, narrow rows, so pull yourself until your elbows touch either the box or the shoulder blocks, okay? And then bring yourself back out. Again, exhale as you row it in. Inhale as you release. Exhale in. Inhale, release. Whew. 3 more. Keep active in that chest. Shoulders are out of your ears. Beautiful. Now, keep yourself pulled in. Take those feet, pulse them up. If you need to scooch back slightly, that's fine here, okay? Pulse your legs up, up, up. So my legs are the box is at like the crease, right, of where my hip is. I just want you to pulse it up and up. So you're squeezing into that booty. Your arms are still shaking a little bit because you're holding on. And up, and up, and up, and hold, hold. Now, open those legs wide, bring them back into a diamond, lower them down. Up, wide, diamond, down. Up, wide, diamond, down. One more. Keep your shoulders down. Beautifully done. Gently and carefully place your hands back on the railings. Slowly bring yourself back in. We're going to take off that box now. Let's go ahead and drop it. If you need a drink of water, go ahead and get that now. We are almost done here. Let's go ahead and place ourselves back onto the Reformer. We're going to stay on a blue spring, but let's lower our bar down. Okay? You can bring your headrest up here. Lie yourself onto your side. I'm going to put this mic pack on the other side. Lie yourself onto your side here. Your head is resting on the headrest, and you're going to grab the front strap. You're going to place your foot in the long loop here and extend it out. Okay, your bottom leg is just bent and resting gently, okay? I have my right arm underneath my head here, so it's just giving me a little bit more of a lift to keep my spine in line a little bit better, okay? So I have this leg lifted towards the ceiling. I'm going to bring it down towards the front, press it back, and lift it back up. So this is gonna feel so good in those hips, right? We're not on very heavy of a spring here. So we're not necessarily working in terms of strength as much as we are just in getting movement and flexibility into those hips, okay? Speaking of the hips, try to keep your hips as square as you can as you do this. I have my top arm, which is my left arm, depending on what side you're doing first. I have it just resting on the shoulder block in front of me, and it's just giving me a little bit more stability, okay? So it just feels nice here. Do one more this direction. Now let's switch. So let's bring it straight down, forward, and back up. So it's almost like we're making kind of like a D shape, like a capital D a little bit, right? So you can make it a little more fluid if you want. Instead of so choppy, you can make it a little bit more like a fluid half circle. What I want you to make sure though is that when you bring that leg up, you're not letting it open your hips towards that ceiling, right? Your hips are staying square to the wall in front of you. So open that hip only as far as it goes without opening yourself up, okay? We have 2 more. This just feels really nice. So now we have that leg towards the ceiling. We're going to create that external rotation, right? So we're opening those hips slightly and lowering it down. And up and down and up. So I do have a slight rotation in that hip on this one. Okay, but I'm not completely open. This is just to create a slight movement. You'll feel it right in that inner thigh, right? As you lower it down. Exhale as you lower, inhale as you lift. Again, if you're on a heavier spring, this will feel a lot more challenging. This here is more for the movement than it is for the strength, if that makes sense. Just to get things flowing here. On this last one, let's hold it up and just stretch it. You can grab onto that rope and just pull it in. It feels so good. Breathe here. All right, now let's take that strap off. We're gonna go on to the other side. So let's sit ourselves up, rotate to the other side. Let me put my mic pack back over on this side. Lie yourself down here. Grab the strap that's directly in front of you. Place it on the other leg that's on top now. Take a second to get yourself situated, right? So how did I have my hand? There we go. It always takes me a second to like get alignment right. Okay, make sure that your hips are as in line as they can be with one another, right? We're gonna start by lifting that leg straight up towards the ceiling. Lower it down, bring it around the front and back up. So we go down, forward, and up. Remember, those hips are nice and square. You're facing the wall in front of you. You're not allowing your leg to come so far back when you lift it up that it's opening you up toward the ceiling, right? We don't want that. I only want you to feel weight on your hips right now. I don't want you to feel any weight on your back. That means you're opening way too much. Last one, and then we'll switch directions. Beautiful. Now we bring it forward, press it back, lift it up, and again, forward, press it back, lift it up. This is the one that you really got to be careful to not open up too wide as you bring that leg up. This leg feels a little more tired for me than the other one did. You might feel that too. Yeah, we're not on super heavy weight, but that doesn't mean we're not working, right? Last one here. All right, now bring that external rotation, slight external rotation into that leg. Press it down and up, and down and up. Exhale as you lower, inhale as you lift. 2 more. Last one. Hold that leg up, stretch it out. You can pull on that rope to create more tension. Great job. Go ahead and take that strap off. Bring the carriage in gently. We have one more thing to do, and then you are done. All right. Let's go on to one medium spring. So we were on a blue just now. Let's go on to a red. Lift that bar back up, okay? Move my weights out of the way. We're gonna do a little bit of lunging, and then we're gonna do some flying lunges just for the heck of it, because it's fun, all right? So you are facing the front of your reformer. Your hands are on the bar. Your left leg is in a dorsiflex up against that shoulder block. Your knee is resting on the carriage. Bring your right foot forward towards the platform. of that reformer so that you can have your knee in line with that ankle as you lunge back, okay? So keep the left knee, or whatever knee is on the carriage, keep it resting on the carriage the whole time, okay? We'll lift it off in a second. So we just press back. All my weight is in that standing heel, right? I'm not leaning forward like this. This is gonna be really bad for your knees. Please don't do this, okay? Sit back into that heel and then lift up. So we sit back and we lift. We have one more. And bring it in. Now, take that knee that's on the carriage, lift it off. So what we're gonna do is we're going to press it back. Now you'll see my left leg that's on the carriage is straight. As I lunge into my right leg, I'm gonna keep that leg that's on the carriage straight as I pike my hips up towards the ceiling as I bring the carriage in, and I kick my leg that's on the ground back up into the air. All right? So we press it back. Remember, my knee is not resting at all. I'm pushing into that bar to create an active chest. As I bring the carriage in, I kick my leg up and I bring it back down. Run a little bit heavier of a weight so that you have the tension to feel a little more secure here, okay? So we go down and up and down and up. If you can't kick very high, that's fine. If you're here, that's totally fine. Start there, right? Everybody starts somewhere. If it kind of freaks you out here to do this, that's totally fine, all right? Let's do 2 more like this. Don't slam your carriage like I just did. Now we're gonna do what I call the candlestick. So we're here, once again, we're pressing back. You're gonna pike that leg that's on the ground. Instead of kicking it out behind you, you're just gonna pike it right in front of you. So I'll show you. So we're here, and I'm piking up, keeping it straight, right? See how it's in line with my body or my eyesight? Just like that. Exhale, really scoop, 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 scoop in that core. Scooping around. One more. Scooping around. Bring it in. Ooh, that leg that's on the reformer gets really tired doing that. All right, let's go around to the other side. We have one more side, and then we're done, okay? Thought we might as well end with something fun here, right? Okay, so same thing, starting with that knee on the carriage. Keep it glued down the whole time. We're just warming up in this lunge here. Your knee is either in line with your ankle or it's going back towards the back wall, right? I just don't want it going in front of you, the knee that's on the ground. Last one. All right, you ready to fly? Let's do it. Okay, so knee is off of the carriage, leg is straight. Pressing back into that lunge. As I bring it forward, I kick the leg on the ground behind me and back down. So you'll feel having that little extra weight. It makes it the weight of the spring. It makes the leg that's on the carriage a little more tired, but you feel a lot more secure when you're up flying because you don't feel like that carriage is gonna fly out from under you, right? Remember, you're active. Think of yourself like you're holding in a plank, right? You're just kicking that leg behind you. One more, and then we'll do those candlesticks. All right, so now keep that leg that's on the ground, bring it underneath you, and down. Scooping around, scooping around, scooping around. Look at your belly button. And back down. Scoop, 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 scoop. And back down. 2 more. One more. And bring it in. Take a nice inhale. On your exhale, bring your arms up overhead. Inhale at the top. Exhale, bring your arms down. Roll your chin to your chest. Roll yourself into a forward fold. You can slightly bend those knees. Grab the opposite elbow, sway side to side. Stop in the center. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale as you roll yourself back up. Arms up overhead. And you are done. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you loved this workout as much as I did. Please be sure to leave a like and a comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Bye.